Epic History TV's A History of Russia Part 2. If you want to go see extended content or bonus content, go over to our Patreon, that link's in the description box down below. You can get loads of access to Game of Thrones super early and extra videos. But we're going to jump straight into this one, guys. Oh.
Hello.
Would help if I don't have it out on the actual TV monitor speakers and on the headphones, wouldn't it, Jack?
It would. That's pretty cool. I would have put it on just a hard there.
Turn it down, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
In 1612, Russia was in a state of
1612,
anarchy.
this is where we're picking up from. Let's go.
They called it the Time of Troubles.
Okay.
The
Why was
people
it
were
troubled
terrorized
times?
by war, famine, and plague.
Pretty
Up to
peak.
a third of them perished. Foreign troops occupied Moscow, Smolensk, and Novgorod. But then, Russia fought back.
That they did.
Prince Pozharsky and a merchant, Kuzma Minin, led the Russian militia to Moscow. And throughout the
You've got to
Polish
give it to the
garrison.
Russians. They are sturdy people.
Since
They don't want to
2005,
let their homeland
this
go,
event
which
has
is
been
fair.
commemorated every 4th of November as Russian National Unity Day.
Okay, interesting. So it's still sort of quite an important day to them.
The Russian Assembly, the Zemsky Sabor, realized the country had to unite behind a new ruler and elected a 16-year-old noble, Mikhail Romanov.
Wait a minute. He was elected.
Do you know what? I don't think anyone in there, right, as much as it would probably be a good idea, as well as a bad idea, can you imagine a 16-year-old running the country?
No.
He'd do a better job than Rishi Sunak.
Anyone do a better job than Rishi Sunak? I'm finally starting to let those ones slip. He needs to go. All right. Are you voting this time? You need to vote with me.
Oh, what on?
Yeah, we need to go Labour. We need to get the Tories out. Enough's enough.
I'd just say we go pillage him.
No, Jack. No, I don't. I like the
Overrun
system.
the monarchy.
No, I like the system. I don't want anarchy. Okay, what comes after? Do you know what's going to come after? No, you won't be able to do fuck all. Anyway, let's get back to the Russian history, not our history.
As the next Tsar. His dynasty would rule Russia for the next 300 years.
Ooh.
He did a fucking good job.
He did a good job.
Tsar Mikhail exchanged territory for peace,
Okay.
winning Russia much-needed breathing space.
Okay, smart.
His son, Tsar Alexei, implemented a new legal code, the Sabornoye Uluzhenie. It turned all Russian peasants, 80% of the population, into serfs,
This is when serfdom
effectively
comes in.
slaves, their status inherited by their children, and with no freedom to travel or choose their master.
Yeah, so they got paid. They got paid for it, but
Right.
it still wasn't great. Yeah, and
They
that
got
lasted
paid, but they was basically slaves.
basically slaves. So it was
Right.
it was peasants that they
And then
got.
it was inherited.
And basically, if your parents were
Part of this 80%.
what?
Part of the 8%.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Serfs.
Serfs.
If no. If your parents were serfs and you were born, you're a serf.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no way of like
Yeah,
changing
that's
that.
what I'm saying, yeah,
I
okay.
think that was around up until the Russian Revolution between the whites and the reds. Like
Okay,
just before the
yeah.
Communist Party took over. Like I think serfdom was prevalent for 300-400 years after this. Like yeah. Serfdom was quite a big thing.
Relation
I
into
think-
serfs, effectively
You're gonna have a
slaves.
go at me if I'm wrong.
Their
Go
status
on,
inherited
get at
by
me.
their children, and with no freedom to travel or choose their master. It was a system that dominated Russian rural life for the next 200 years.
I went that far off. I said 300, 200.
The head of the Russian Orthodox Church, Patriarch Nikon, imposed religious reforms that split the church between reformers and old believers. It's a schism that continues to this day.
Okay.
Ukrainian Cossacks, rebelling against the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, recognized Tsar Alexei as overlord in exchange for his military support. It led to
So it
the
was like a
13
vassal.
Years' War between Russia and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth.
Okay.
Russia
yeah.
emerged victorious, reclaiming Smolensk and taking control of eastern Ukraine.
Cossacks were just
A
people
revolt
fucking-
against
Mate,
Tsarist
definitely not.
government, led by a renegade Cossack, Stenka Razin, brought anarchy to southern Russia.
Oh,
It was
rebellion.
finally suppressed. Razin was brought to Moscow and executed by quartering.
oh, by quartering. That was
I
a
mean,
really nice
that,
painting.
That was a brilliant description of what that kind of was. Like,
Yeah.
He just looks like bollocks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really
That was the
interesting.
entertainment though back then, wasn't it?
He was. That's all they could
Highly
do.
educated Fyodor III passed many reforms. He abolished Mesnichestva,
Which
the
was?
system that had awarded government posts according to nobility rather than merit.
Oh, nice, nice,
Like that. I like
nice.
that.
Always merit. Don't care if you're my brother. If you're fucking useless, you're staying down there.
Stay in the kitchen, boy.
Like, literally.
He burned the ancient books of
My
rank.
brother is not useless. Just using it as an example, though.
But Fyodor
Love you, bro.
died aged just 19.
19.
His sister Sophia became Princess Regent,
Okay.
ruling on behalf of her younger brothers.
What are you going to say about the sister, Jack?
No comment. Keep going.
No, go on.
Have you have you seen that picture of the royal? There was a royal person, and it was 11. Like a certain amount of men took their own lives because she turned them down.
Yeah.
Have you seen the picture?
No.
Right. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
Like she turned them down, and in response, these men killed themselves.
they shouldn't have, basically.
Yeah, no,
No,
they shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have.
Really, it was
Really
that ugly.
The joint tsars
I mean, she's got more of a beard than you, Jack.
I thought that was a bloke.
Yeah,
why I zoomed
yeah,
in. I
yeah,
had to
no,
look
no, no,
because I
she's-
saw the 5 o'clock shadow there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
she's
like,
got
"Are you
more
sure?"
of a 5 o'clock shadow than you.
Ivan V and Peter I.
I'm still going strong.
After centuries of conflict, Russia and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth signed a treaty of eternal peace.
Eternal Prince.
Oh.
I don't
Russia
think that
then
was
joined
true.
the Holy League in its war against the Ottoman Empire.
Okay.
Sophia's reign also saw the first treaty between Russia and China, establishing the
Ooh.
frontier between the two states.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Didn't realise their relationship went that far back, you know?
I didn't either.
No, I thought it sort of come about around the communist era, but apparently they were making treaties then as well. That's interesting. Peter the Great.
At age 17, Peter I seized power from his half-sister Sophia. Peter became the first Russian ruler to travel abroad. He toured Europe with his Grand Embassy, seeking allies for Russia's war against
Even
Turkey
come to England.
and learning
Yeah.
the latest developments in science and shipbuilding.
Very nice.
The war against Turkey was successfully concluded by the Treaty of Constantinople.
And
Russia gained Azov from Turkey's ally,
Okay.
the Crimean Khanate, and with it, a foothold on the Black Sea.
So that Crimean Khanate means that there's still a Mongol ruler there, because they were Khanates, I think. So I'm wondering who still owned that. Who was the Khanate of that area?
Peter made many reforms, seeking to turn Russia into a modern European state. He demanded Russian nobles dress and behave like Europeans. He made those who refused to shave pay a beard tax.
I remember parts from this. I don't think he was well liked.
A beard tax.
Well, it's mainly because they are he's forcing another culture on you,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He wants you to act like the Europeans.
and they're like,
Dress
we're
like-
Russian.
Yeah, okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? And it would be annoying. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
It'd be
that's-
like it would be like Boris Johnson was born in America, right? So when he got into power, it would have been like if he had to put things in place to
Yeah.
make us more Americanized. Like we'd be like, no, we're British. But yeah, I see you. You haven't liked the video yet. Why not? Go on, go like it. While you're at it, you know you want to subscribe. And if you want to go to our social medias, all the links you need are in the description box down below. And you might as well head over to our Patreon as well, where you can get extra bonus content if you're enjoying this. That link's in the description box down below. But we'll get straight back into the video. Love you guys.
Peter built the first Russian navy, reformed the army and government, and promoted industry, trade, and education.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the Great Northern War, Russia, Poland, Lithuania, and Denmark took on the dominant power in the Baltic, Sweden.
Yeah, we'll look at that
later. The war began
badly
badly for Russia with a disastrous defeat to Charles XII of Sweden at Narva. But Russia won a second Battle of Narva, before crushing Charles XII's army at the Battle of Poltava.
Oh, they went on a bit of a rampage here, didn't they? Like, you got to give them their due.
The
army,
one, but then he went back and then he started claiming more.
That's it.
On the Baltic coast, Peter completed construction of a new capital,
St.
Petersburg. The building of what would become Russia's second largest city among coastal marshes was a remarkable achievement, though it cost the lives of many thousands of serfs.
It's such a shame, man. I'm always worried about our reactions to the Russian history stuff, because I've always wanted to go to Russia, and now I'm like, if I said something accidentally that would get me arrested. Because I'm like, I don't want to risk going to Russia and China anymore.
I'm fucking going 100%.
I would have before I made YouTube videos.
I'm 100%. Let's go, bro.
Brother, you might end up in a prison. I'm sure we have said something slightly too risky, right? Which is fine in our Western democracy countries, because we can say what we want. But if they believe that we are a threat against their country, do you know what they do to you? They go, oh yeah, they're spying for the UK. And we're like, no, we make YouTube videos. No, you are a part of MI5. And now we're being tortured.
I'm glad you think we're that good.
We're not. But it's just a threat.
I'm glad you think we're MI5, but mate, I'm barely MI1.
I'd love to go to Russia though.
The Great Northern War ended.
Putin, let us know if we're okay to come.
Russia's gains.
Yeah, come over, boys.
I wouldn't trust it. That's entrapment. And I don't think, unlike this country, I think they can do entrapment.
I'd have a drink with Putin.
So would I, to be fair. I'd love to have a drink with Putin. And Xi Jinping. I can't say his name properly. But the president of the Communist Party. Mate, they have done some things. And I would like to know what.
Putin's expense made it the new dominant Baltic power. 4 years before his death, Peter was declared Peter the Great, father of his country, emperor of all the Russias.
That's
a solid title. Yeah. The 4 empresses. Okay.
Peter was succeeded by his wife Catherine, then his grandson Peter II, who died of smallpox, aged just 14.
Yeah.
Empress Anna Yanovna, daughter of Peter the Great's half-brother Ivan V, was famed for her decadence and the influence of her German lover Ernst Biron.
Interesting.
During Anna's reign, Vitus Bering, a Danish explorer in Russian service, led the first expedition to chart the coast of Alaska.
Okay.
He also discovered the Aleutian Islands, and later gave his name to the sea that separates Russia and America.
Ooh.
After Anna's death, her infant grandnephew Ivan VI was deposed by Peter the Great's daughter Elizabeth. Ivan VI spent
obviously
I think he's about to explain it.
Entire life in captivity. Until age 23, he was murdered by his guards during a failed rescue attempt.
Kept in captivity.
So why did she dethrone him? Like, was there a reason? Did she just want the power or what? This is I do like this series, but it in the comments they said that it is quite quickly briefed over because of how short they are. Yeah. So I would love Epic History to go back and do this. But yeah, why was he deposed? And of course he was killed if he tried to get an escape. Like, so he was in prison for the whole life.
I personally would like to hear more about that
particular,
like reign, and why was he
that
killed
particular
at
time
23?
period.
What happened there? Why was that all about? Why was he kept in captivity? Why?
Because he was the ruler. So basically, the reason why is because
if you say being kept in captivity, to me, that's being held against your own will.
That is because he was being kept up there against his own will, because she has power. Any of her political rivals could use him as a scapegoat to basically dethrone her and put him back in power. Right. So they go, "You're not the rightful ruler. We have this 14-year-old that you imprisoned under our belt. People, come support us. We have got the true ruler of Russia. We're going to use him, and now he's a puppet to them."
Yeah, killed by his own guards.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But that's she put the guards there.
That's rough.
Like, yeah.
Elizabeth, meanwhile, was famed for her vanity, extravagance, and many young lovers. But she was also capable of decisive leadership. In alliance with France and Austria, Elizabeth led Russia into the 7 Years' War against Frederick the Great of Prussia. The Russian army inflicted a crushing defeat on Frederick at the Battle of Kunersdorf, but failed to exploit its victory. Meanwhile, in St. Petersburg, the Winter Palace was completed at vast expense. It would remain the monarch's official residence right up until the Russian Revolution of 1917.
I want to see that building.
Peter III was Peter the Great's grandson by his elder daughter Anna Petrovna, who died as a consequence of childbirth. Raised in Denmark, Peter spoke hardly any Russian, and greatly admired Russia's enemy, Frederick the Great.
You're the leader of the country. Not only do you not speak Russian, but you actually prefer the opposition's leader? I think someone's about to get killed.
So he had Russia swap sides in the 7 Years' War, saving Frederick from almost certain defeat.
Okay.
Peter's actions angered many army officers.
Yep.
And he'd always been despised by his German wife, Catherine.
Wife! Imagine your wife! Just imagine your wife not liking you.
Born in guillotine.
Together, they deposed.
Just do what Henry VIII done. Get a new one.
Where's the boy?
To Peter III, who died a week later in suspicious circumstances.
I told you he was gonna die. Literally, what did I say? What did I say 2 seconds ago?
Suspicious circumstances.
No, he got assassinated.
There's nothing suspicious about that, bro.
No. He got his throat slit.
Someone poisoned that man.
His wife, Catherine, became Empress
Definitely
of
his
Russia.
wife.
Definitely.
Her reign would be remembered as one of Russia's most glorious.
Okay.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Epic History TV depends on donations from its fans
so
through its
jammy.
Patreon page. Please.
Oh yeah, it is the end.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I always get into these. What a fucking great reaction.
Fucking cheeky
Oh,
bastards.
cheeky bastards. I'm really enjoying this. It is a shame it's not longer.
It is.
I would quite like it.
Note to Epic History TV, please listen to our comments and have a look to see if you can extend parts of that video, because we'd really love to learn more. Definitely.
And if you see any other videos that are sort of linked to any of the things that we found interesting during this video, link those in the description box down below, and we can definitely check those out after this series as well. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, head over to Epic History TV's channel. That link's in the description box down below. Make sure you're subscribed and you've got their bell icon here. Make amazing content. If you enjoy our reactions, you know what you need to do. You need to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, jump over to our Patreon where you can get extra content. But other than that, guys, we will catch you in the next video.
See you soon.